working with Apple on CarPlay, and all you do, you connect it via lightning cable, very simple. Let me show you our integration. We click the icon, that brings CarPlay up. Very simply, just going to take you through left to right, all the different features. You got the time, we're on a 4G LTE connection here with 1 bar. This is our home button, and it also activates Siri. I can activate Siri from the steering wheel as well. So I'll just go through each one real quick.
Who would you like to call?
Call Miles Johnson mobile.
Calling Miles Johnson mobile.
So I'm just going to end the call, but you can see these are all the traditional iOS icons on your phone. Very recognizable. This is an early version of the software, so there's a little delays and hesitations on some things, but we're pretty close on this. I have all my recent calls. I can scroll it up, I can scroll it down, I can touch. You can see the interface is pretty good. It's very fast. I have all my contacts. I can click on a contact and see them. Scroll up and down. If I want to do it the old-fashioned way, a keypad is available. I have no voicemails on here, but obviously there'd be a list of voicemails and I could play them back. So that's phone. Music, obviously really important to Apple and other things. So they have their featured stations on iTunes Radio here. Their streaming service, again, dependent on the internet connection, but I can just click and you see how it went from Sirius XM right into the CarPlay music. I can zip through. That's pretty much music through iTunes Radio. They have a bunch of featured stations. Again, I can just scroll through. If I'm into NPR, I can go to NPR.
To take that 20,000, unless we hit this threshold,
very simple.
It wouldn't just be unethical.
Artists and music, these are obviously on my iPhone.
These numbers have.
So again, here I'm not dependent on the cell signal, so that's kind of good. You'll see I can scroll. You got the shuffle, repeat, whatnot. I can bring up all my songs again. That's pretty much music. I can do albums. I can sort by genre. All the things that you've seen on your iPhone or iPod. So Maps is the next one. Takes a second for it to render the map. And obviously search for destinations. Here's a good example of how we can use Siri. Find me the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa.
I found one place matching Renaissance. It isn't far from Montgomery.
So I can start the route. The volume thing is where the glitches are showing up a little bit.
Proceed to the route.
I can do an overview of the route. One thing that you're going to find that was a personal thing is a lot of navs have like 3 or 4 steps to cancel the route and confirm the canceling, but most people find that pretty annoying. Like those last 3 turns, I know where I'm at. I got there, shut up already kind of thing. So I can simply just hit end but then I can go back into destinations and all my recent selections are there. So it's very easy to pull up. I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can change the direction, but that's all pretty simple. I can also ask Siri all kinds of questions like Siri normally does. Did the U.S. win their soccer game yesterday?
United States narrowly lost to Germany yesterday. The final score was 1-0.
Pretty impressive there. That's the mapping function. Messaging, obviously very important.
Would you like to hear your unread messages, or create a new one?
Create a new one?
To whom shall I send this?
Miles Johnson.
Okay, what do you want to say to Miles Johnson?
Miles Johnson is a real snappy dresser from Connecticut.
Your message to Miles Johnson says, Miles Johnson is a real snappy dresser from Connecticut. Ready to send it?
Yes. So I can't tell you how many times my wife is a big text me before you leave the office so I can have dinner or whatever. And sometimes I do it from the car and I hold the phone and I do it through Siri. So obviously the safety thing is really there. So I just got a message on my phone. I could be inside the clubhouse there. I can reply back. See, the message came in. I just touch it.
You have a message from Miles Johnson. Miles is a great public relations professional.
So that's the messaging function.
Would you like to reply?
No.
That's all your messages.
I can play an old message if I want to. So that's pretty much messaging. I can always go to the now playing function and get back to my music. The Hyundai button allows me to integrate things so I could be running the onboard navigation system and CarPlay at the same time. I could be making a phone call and have Sirius XM playing in terms of music. Maybe I'm into the World Cup or NASCAR or something that Sirius has as exclusive content. I could be doing that. All my menus are still available. I can scroll up and down. I mentioned our download center on the way out. I can access the download center. This is where we're talking about where we download the software for the integration part of it. So this is where it's very similar to any kind of other download center that you see. It's just going to process through and then ask if you want to run it, that kind of thing. I'll take the Pepsi challenge against anyone in the system out there right now. Our layout, very super clean. Everything's easy to read. Everything's right where you need it to be. I think ours is very safe. We've thought about everything that we need to think about when it comes to these type of systems, and I can't wait to see it in cars. Hopefully we're targeting the 2015 model year, and I know we'll accomplish that. We haven't determined which model will get the car first, get CarPlay first, but we're in final development stages on